ML Sports Take here, brought to you by our great friends over at Elevate Fitness of Syracuse, Chick-fil-A of Cicero and Clay, and Axe Exotic Pets. Listen, there's no getting around this, man. I don't know what the injury to Kyle Lofton is going to end up being. Mark Schmidt gave his typical last night, I'm not a doctor answer when asked about Lofton, but this is very, very simple. It's clear cut. The Bonnies cannot afford to lose Kyle Lofton for a long period of time, because of a couple reasons. One, it's just what Lofton brings to the table. His all-around game shined last night against Coppin State. He was passing. He was rebounding. He was scoring. He can shoot the rock. He's the floor general. His fearlessness and his toughness, it really does spread to the rest of the roster. A lot of other guys have that. Attaway has a little bit of it. Holmes has a ton of it. But when Lofton is rolling, I feel like that really influences Oshun and some of the guys coming off the bench as well, and Dom Welch. Kyle Lofton, his overall game, it's the ability to shoot the three and the floor general, passing, rebounding, etc. And then his tenacious play, fearlessness, his toughness. All of those things are so important to this basketball team. And if they're missing him for a long time, that's going to be really, really hard. And, the team really doesn't have a lot of depth. And there's a reason for that. I think they do have guys. It's funny. Depth works two different ways. If you have depth, it's because the guys coming off the bench can produce and they're really ready. If you don't have depth, it's because sometimes you can, it's because you don't have anybody, number one, or number two, you have the guys, but they're just not really all the way there, right? Koulibaly last night, I think, scored 10 points. That was huge. Him and Oshun on the floor is an interesting dynamic for Bana. But I think they just don't have a lot of depth pieces because they don't have a ton of guys who are right there and ready. I know they've had a little bit of a bug go around the team as well, but I am hoping, praying that Kyle Lofton's okay, first and foremost, for the human being side of it, but good grief, from the basketball side, St. Bonaventure, he's one of the most important players to his respective team in college basketball, in my opinion. And I think it's time that, people around the country are starting to really realize it and see it. They saw it in Charleston, but if they're going to go places, they're going to go deep in the tournament, they're going to do things, they need their tough, tenacious, physical, all-around point guard in Kyle Lofton. Great leader. Mike Lindsley here with you. Thanks for watching. We are brought to you by Stanley Law Offices, Bryant and Stratton College of Syracuse, and Brian Comboy of Mass Mutual, New York State. This is all a part of the ML Sports Platter. As I always tell you, enjoy the games.